Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into Dirt Bike Channel. Today we're going to talk about the Acerbis Uniko vented handguards. These little babies. That's what's coming up next on Dirt Bike Channel. So a little bit of word on these things. If you're running, obviously this is a KTM here, and some of the KTMs will come with a flag style handguard on the bike when you get it from the factory. At least they should if the dealer is giving you everything that he's supposed to. And some of the different bikes, the Huskies and the Betas, they will also come generally with some sort of a flag style handguard. And while these things are okay for what they do, they don't always look the coolest. They will break when you tip over because the plastic doesn't have a ton of give to it. And so I just kind of wanted to show you these Acerbis handguards. Now, the Acerbis handguards are not like a dramatic improvement over your stock handguards here. But if you just want a little bit of extra protection from rocks, from your buddies flipping up on you, a little bit of protection from the brush and the trees, these Acerbis vented handguards are kind of a good thing to have. And especially if your bike doesn't have handguards at all, and even if you were a motocross guy, I probably don't have very many motocross guys on the channel, but I think these are a pretty good option for that, because it will keep some of the rocks and the dirt and the mud off your hands coming off the tire in front of you, or like the weeds or the trees or the brush or whatever. These are not, they don't give you nearly as much protection as a full wraparound bark buster would. So if you guys are interested in that, then this is probably not the handguard for you. But this handguard does make sure that it doesn't, stiffen up your bars any, and it's just, they're flexible enough that you can, if you dump it going into some trees or whatever like that, a lot of times you won't actually break these off. I have broken them in the past, but they're not super expensive. That's one of the other reasons why I like these handguards, is they're a cost-effective, lightweight way to give you a little bit more protection. One of the other benefits of using a handguard like this versus the full wraparound bark buster is that it's so much easier to change your grips, because you don't have the bolt, the apparatus coming around and coming right here through your through your grip. So it's much easier to change grips when you're running just a flag handguard like this. So the flag guards are not for everybody, but I've enjoyed them. I think they give you a little bit better look than what your stock guard would. I think that one actually goes on the other side, so it's something like this on the bike over here. So the Uniko, the Acerbis Uniko vented handguards give you a little bit better look, in my opinion, than the stock, and pretty much the same kind of coverage. My only downfall that I have on this is that the way that this bike is set up, because I've actually got an electric start here, and the way that all my hydraulic brake works and everything, I can't get this handguard to come out as far as I want it to. On the other side, I can actually get it to go out all the way to protect me, but I can't get it to come out as far on this side. Now, if you've got a Yamaha or a Kawasaki or a Honda or something like that, and your clutch perch, your brake perch and stuff might be a little bit different, especially if you don't have electric start, so you've got an extra button up here. You may be able to get that to come all the way out, and that would be a plus. So I like the fact that they're lightweight. I like the fact that they're relatively inexpensive. I like the fact that you can then change your grips out really easy without having to have all these extra tools and be fussing with your full wrap handguards. I like the full wrap handguards, but I just got, right now I'm kind of off the full wrap guards. I'll probably get back into it because the full wrap guards do save your levers. That's one of the things, is these kind of handguards will not do anything to save your levers. You're going to need either breakaway levers or carry some spares or something like that, because this ain't a bark buster, and it's not going to protect you that way. So gives you a little bit of protection, but I still get stingers when I'm going through trees and I'm going through brush and I hit branches and things. I will still get a branch to come and just smack me. Sometimes a branch will kind of get caught on the guard and come and it will get bent back, and then it'll go smack and come up there in my fingers, and multiple times I've been like, wow, that hurt. That was close to smashing my hand. See that hit the handguard there? And hit my brake? To be honest, same thing would happen when I had the full wrap, when I've had full wrap bark busters on. I've had those branches that will just come and just smack you. It's like the branch gets kind of bent back, and then whack, it comes and just nails you right in the fingers, which is yet another reason why it's great to wear gloves. but holy cow, some of the time you're like, wow, that hurt. So I'm not saying that these Acerbis guards are going to protect you from that, because they won't. It's just a mild protection, and it's something that I've enjoyed having on the bike. And anyway, that's just kind of my thoughts on these hand guards. If you guys have some hand guards that you love and that you love to run, put them down in the comments, and let's see what the consensus is from the community. I know some of you guys are going to be like, oh, flag guards suck, you need to have full wrap hand guards. And then there's the other camp. They're going to be like, oh, full wrap hand guards, they're like, it's a way to break your wrist, you know. And it's like, I don't know. So anyway, there are definitely pros and cons to every type, flag guard or the full wrap guards and those types of things. So let us know what you guys think. Put them in the comments, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and share the channel with your friends as we're trying to grow this thing and see what we can do here. So anyway, thanks for tuning in.